Okay, fight fans and fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and of course, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. First up, congratulations are due. Ladies and gentlemen, I got great news to report. Almost 50 years to the day of Roberto Duran making his pro debut, his youngest son, Roberto Duran Jr., makes his pro debut in successful fashion. Congratulations, Roberto Duran Jr., on your 4th round KO. Fantastic fight. Honestly, I am super happy about this. I'm looking forward to more news on this. I am stunned that the fight world as a whole hasn't talked about this more. As a fan, I just want to give you guys a warning. If you're expecting to see Roberto Duran, throw that thought out immediately. This is an entirely different fighter with an entirely different physique and style. However, he is still very promising, and I love the lineage. He's a very interesting fighter, so make sure to stay tuned on that. As for local congratulations, the Grant brothers had a successful night at Latahu. Bunch of great fights. I want to particularly single out a couple fights. Golden Garcia ends his fight in a beautiful KO. Manitas de Oro. It's perfect that him and Duran fought on the same weekend. Also, Jordan Baumir and Frank Catroni. As I said before this fight, you guys had to watch it because honestly, this was a fantastic local fight. Jordan pulled it out. It wasn't as easy as some people thought it was going to be. As I predicted, Frank Catroni is still game. It was a fantastic fight. I love both these guys. Jordan came out to James Brown, It's a Man's World. And then Frank came out to My Way by Frank Sinatra. I mean, both these guys have my heart from ring walk to the end of the fight. Fantastic fight to both of them. Congratulations, Jordan, on a unanimous decision win. Also, great fight from Bruno Berdician. I don't know what's going to take for people to get on board, but this kid's 11-0, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. One of Luce Bute's prospects. This kid just fights exactly the way I like it. Make sure to check out Bruno Berdician. Also on that card, before I finish off talking about this card, Mo Money Sumaoro. Man, maybe a little too much showboating in the fight, but the kid's good. The kid is good. Such a young prospect, a lot of promise for him. I also want to give a quick shout out to Ryan Ford, who fought in Russia against a guy that basically didn't want to fight him. He would pitter-patter Ryan's gloves. He landed a couple shots, but I mean, the rest of the fight, he was basically running away backwards the whole fight. And if he wasn't doing that, he was holding. And I mean an excessive amount of holding. I get it. I wouldn't want to be punched by Ryan Ford either. But I don't think that's a way you win a belt in front of your hometown crowd. Personally, and I'll say this because I'm me, I'll put it out there. Ryan's black and fighting in Russia against a Russian. I mean, if I gotta connect the dots for you, you might want to get off my channel. Also, congratulations, Dylan White. Here's hoping he gets to face Wilder or Joshua. I think he's come back from the downfalls in his career properly, put away Brown in devastating fashion. I still think a fight versus Wilder would be very interesting. As far as what's going down on thefightcity.com, great articles and posts on the daily for you guys to check out. Great social media feeds. Make sure to check them out on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. As far as what's going down in the Fight City itself, we've got a bit of news to talk about. There is a lot of commotion going around, a lot of talk about a new promotion arising. I will keep you guys posted. I got my ear to the ground on this one. A lot of people have been calling me. There seems to be moves going on in the background. We might see the birth of something really, really interesting. So stay tuned to my social media feeds and obviously this channel. I will keep you guys posted. On the Fight City as a whole, It seems like the Triple G Canelo thing just keeps getting worse. He is now suspended. He popped twice for clenbuterol. He is still sticking to the steak story. However, that was a tongue twister. Still sticking to the steak story, Canelo seems to be in a lot of trouble. I've got people telling me that the fight's going to be canceled. That on April 14th, the commission's going to come down on Canelo hard. And Triple G's camp is actively searching for a fighter to replace Canelo. That being said, there's only 3 names that come to mind. Mr. Danny Jacobs, Spike O'Sullivan, or David Lemieux. Now you'll notice I did not say Billy Joe Saunders. I do know he would want that fight. However, I'm not sure based on the fact that he just got a hand injury and his own fight versus Martin Murray just got pushed back. So, excluding Billy Joe Saunders, 3 possible candidates that could step in and possibly save Cinco de Mayo versus Triple G would have to be David Lemieux, Spike, or Danny Jacobs. And either one of those 3 is still a fight I'd be interested in watching. I feel kind of bad for Canelo. His name kind of took a dip after he lost to Mayweather, and it really never fully recovered from the draw versus Triple G, especially after the fight. When asked if he wanted a rematch, he seemed hesitant for it. Triple G, hope things turn around for you. I want to see a fight. As far as what we can watch this week, we got a lot to talk about. Possibly by the time you're watching this video, some of this will already be past. However, I want to point out that Tuesday, the 27th, Ryan Martin with K2 Promotions. Ryan Martin's 20-0. He's a very interesting young man. For the super lightweight intercontinental and continental title, 20-0, 11 KOs. Definitely a cool fight to watch on a Tuesday night. Friday, March 30th on the Fight Network, we got M1 Challenge at 4 p.m. Then the 31st, Saturday, we've got a busy day, especially here in the Fight City. So at 4 p.m. on Sky Sports in England, we got a big one going down. The IBF, WBA, IBO, and WBO heavyweight titles are on the line. Anthony Joshua, 20-0, 20 KOs versus Parker, who's 24-0 with 18 KOs. Somebody is going to sleep on this. A lot of people are writing Parker off. He is the WBO champ, and I am interested in this fight. I think Parker represents a definite threat. Joshua is the favorite, and for good reason. However, it's going to be interesting to see a couple more belts get unified, so I'm looking forward to an eventual Wilder face-off against whoever. I'm just excited the heavyweight division's moving. As far as what you can watch on TV, later on that day at 7 p.m. on the Fight Network, you do have Glory Kickboxing, Glory 52 from Los Angeles. I want to point out Canadian bad boy Simon Marcus will be on that one. Always fun to watch Simon Marcus. Also on ESPN, so here in Montreal, more than likely on TSN, women's curling. But on ESPN, you'll be able to watch Golden Boy's card. Now, the big thing that's going on for us here in Montreal, Eye the Tiger Management has secured the rights to having fights at the casino. No longer is it a one promoter game at the Casino de Montreal. Infringing a bit on Groupe Yvon Michel's territory, Eye the Tiger will have their first show at the casino, and it is an interesting one. If I had to give you a list of fighters I could pick from Montreal that I could put into a fight if I was challenged by another journalist with a set of fighters, this is the team I would assemble in order to defend the boxing universe. It is just a list of monsters. It is a crazy card for the casino, considering that only about 600 people can fit in that bad boy. P.S. You can catch it on punchinggrace.com. That is the streaming service that will be showing it. I think it's under $20. It's well worth it, and here is why. The bad boys of boxing are in town. Arthur Ziyatdinov. He's a light heavyweight. He is super interesting, great amateur pedigree, and he's a Russian killer. Ablakan Kusainov. Ablek Kusanov. This kid is definitely very interesting, and he is a must-watch fighter. Batir 777 Jukimbayev. I've watched this kid make his pro debut. I've seen him come along. I knew from the start he was going to be deadly. He just keeps getting deadlier. Every name I say on here has a definite chance of going to a world title, and Batir has definitely got the stuff. Speaking of world title possibilities, Custio Clayton finally stepping back in the ring. Oddly enough, back at the casino. Also back at the casino and under new promoters. Eric Bazinian. Young sensation, great record. Been a little inactive. Hopefully things turn around for him under this new promotion. We'll see. Especially Saturday night, they got him against a tough Hungarian. My favorite Canadian heavyweight, the Boogeyman, Adam Braywood, the best beard in boxing, folks. He's in town. The social media king is coming to Montreal to fight in front of all of you. You are so lucky and you have no idea. It is a tiny ring. It doesn't matter who he's facing, although he's facing a pretty tough Mexican opponent. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Adam Braywood is definitely entertaining. I don't know what round this dude's going to get knocked out in, but Adam Braywood is going to deliver. Folks, it's going to be worth every penny on the punching grace. Make sure to check it out. Last but not least, redemption for Stephen Butler. His only draw versus Jamie Herrera. Jamie is back. There is a strap on the line. The IBO International Super Welterweight strap. Honestly, small ring again. This is going to be deadly. There's going to be a lot of knockouts. Mark my word. Follow me on social media because I will be there live, thankfully. I got my press passes. This one was hard to get into because obviously the lineup I just told you, so I am super pleased that I will be amongst the fighters there to watch the whole thing go down. Insane night of fights. I am looking forward to it. That is it for me this week, guys. Make sure to check out my Patreon page. I'm trying to make things happen. I can't do it without any of you. Make sure to subscribe to the page. Hit the notification, the little bell thing. That'll let you know when I upload a new video. That's it for me this week. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week.